Welcome back to the Curious Current, where nature gets weird and the ocean keeps all the best secrets. Today we're diving into the bizarre sex lives of ocean animals. Beneath the waves, love doesn't come easy. There are no roses, no candlelit dinners, just a wild, relentless push to survive and reproduce in a world where everything is trying to eat you. And yet, despite the odds, ocean creatures have evolved some of the strangest, most ingenious ways to find a mate. Some glow like neon signs. Others fight to the death. Some change sex entirely. And a few have body parts you will not believe. Today, we're plunging into the hidden world of underwater romance. From deep-sea lovers who never meet face to face, to creatures that literally sacrifice themselves for the chance to pass on their genes. This isn't just biology, it's drama, it's obsession, it's evolution at its most extreme. Let's dive into 10 of the ocean's most bizarre mating rituals. And trust us, nature has no shame. Our first subject resides in the abyssal plains, a world devoid of sunlight, where the water is icily cold and the pressure is almost unimaginably immense. This is the realm of the anglerfish, a creature perfectly adapted to one of Earth's most inhospitable environments. Here, kilometers below the surface, finding sustenance is a perpetual challenge, and locating a mate in the vast, empty darkness is an even more formidable task. Life in the deep sea operates on different rules, demanding extreme adaptations for survival. And the anglerfish provides a startling example of nature's capacity to innovate in the face of such overwhelming adversity, its very existence a beacon in the black. The female anglerfish is a grotesque marvel of this deep, dark world, often many times larger than her male counterpart. She is a patient predator, her most distinctive feature being the bioluminescent lure that dangles enticingly before her cavernous mouth, a beacon of false hope for unsuspecting prey. This eerie living fishing rod, glowing with a spectral light, cuts through the oppressive blackness, drawing in smaller fish and crustaceans. Her existence is one of solitary waiting, conserving energy in the food-scarce environment. Her body a fortress of flesh designed for ambush and survival. A true queen of this desolate, silent kingdom below. In stark contrast, the male anglerfish is a diminutive creature, often no larger than a human finger. His anatomy radically simplified for a single, all-consuming purpose. He possesses highly developed olfactory organs, not for sniffing out food, for he often lacks a functional digestive system, for long, but to detect the faintest trace of pheromones released by a female. His life is a race against time, a desperate search through the endless dark, driven by an instinct so powerful it eclipses all other needs. He is a fleeting shadow, built for a quest that will ultimately define his entire, tragically short existence. When a male finally locates a female, an event that may occur only once in his brief life, it is not a courtship in any recognizable sense. He is not seeking a partner to share territory or raise young. He is seeking the very source of his continued, albeit transformed, existence. Drawn by her chemical signature, an invisible trail in the Stygian waters, he approaches the colossal female. This encounter is not one of equals, but of a desperate dependent, finding its sole means of fulfilling its biological imperative. The ensuing union is one of the most bizarre and dramatic examples of adaptation in the entire animal kingdom. Upon finding his colossal mate, the tiny male anglerfish performs an act of ultimate commitment, or perhaps ultimate desperation. He bites into her skin, latching on with a tenacity born of evolutionary necessity. This is no gentle nuzzle, no tender embrace. It is the beginning of a profound and irreversible transformation. He holds fast, and slowly, almost surreally, his tissues begin to fuse with hers. His mouth, lips, and the skin of his head merge with the female's body, creating a permanent, physical bond. This intimate connection, while ensuring his survival, marks the end of his independent life as he knew it. This extraordinary phenomenon is known as sexual parasitism. As the male remains attached, his body undergoes a remarkable degeneration. His eyes may shrink or disappear, his internal organs, including his heart and brain, atrophy, no longer needed in their original capacity. He becomes, in essence, an extension of the female, drawing all his nutrients directly from her bloodstream, a living appendage sustained by her life force. He is reduced to little more than a pair of gonads, a biological factory dedicated solely to the production of sperm, awaiting her hormonal cues to release them, a living testament to nature's resourcefulness. The male anglerfish, once a free-swimming organism, is now a permanent fixture, sometimes one of several males attached to a single, much larger female. He has sacrificed his autonomy, his very being, for the singular purpose of reproduction. His existence is pared down to its most fundamental biological role, a readily available source of sperm. While this may sound like a nightmarish fate, a horror story from the deep, it is a highly effective strategy in an environment where encounters between sexes are exceedingly rare. He has, in a way, achieved his life's goal, albeit at the cost of his individuality. Leaving the crushing depths, we now journey to the sun-dappled, shallower waters, home to one of the ocean's most enchanting and recognizable figures, the seahorse. These delicate, upright swimmers, with their horse-like heads and prehensile tails, are already renowned for their unique appearance. But their reproductive habits hold a truly remarkable secret, a beautiful inversion of conventional parental roles that continues to fascinate marine biologists and nature enthusiasts alike. Here, amid swaying sea grass beds and vibrant coral structures, a different kind of mating ritual unfolds, one filled with grace and an extraordinary commitment from the male. Before the remarkable transfer of parental duty, seahorses engage in an elaborate and often lengthy courtship dance. This daily ritual can last for several days, strengthening the bond between the pair. They mirror each other's movements, swimming in perfect synchrony, their tails sometimes intertwined, their bodies changing color in subtle expressive displays. This graceful ballet is more than just a prelude to mating. It is a complex communication, ensuring that both partners are ready and receptive for the crucial moment of egg transfer. It's a display of mutual devotion, a delicate choreography that sets the stage for one of nature's most unusual pregnancies. The female seahorse, having invested considerable energy in producing her eggs, plays a vital, yet perhaps less burdensome role in the subsequent stages compared to many other species. She meticulously prepares her clutch, ensuring they are ready for their journey. But instead of depositing them in a hidden crevice or scattering them to the currents, she seeks out her chosen male, the partner with whom she has shared those intimate morning dances. Her selection is paramount, for she will entrust her entire genetic legacy to his care, relying on his prowess not as a hunter, but as a nurturer, a devoted, expectant father. The culmination of this tender courtship is the egg transfer itself. With remarkable precision, the female positions herself close to the male, and using an ovipositor, she deposits her bright orange eggs directly into a specialized brood pouch located on his abdomen. This is a moment of profound trust and biological coordination. The pouch, a marvel of evolutionary engineering, seals shut, providing a safe and nurturing environment for the developing embryos. Once the transfer is complete, the female's direct involvement in this particular clutch largely concludes. Her part in this extraordinary reproductive chapter played with grace and precision. Once the eggs are safely nestled within his brood pouch, the male seahorse's extraordinary journey of fatherhood begins. It is here, within this specialized marsupium-like structure, that he fertilizes the eggs. The pouch is far more than a simple container. Its internal tissues become highly vascularized, creating a placental-like connection that provides the developing embryos with oxygen and nutrients. He carefully regulates the salinity and conditions within the pouch, ensuring an optimal environment for his precious cargo. A truly dedicated and physiologically invested parent, carrying the hopes of the next generation. For several weeks, typically between 2 to 4, depending on the species and water temperature, the male seahorse carries the developing embryos. This period of pregnancy is a significant undertaking. He may become more reclusive, his movements perhaps a little more cumbersome, as the pouch swells with the growing young. He is, in every sense, an expectant father, experiencing a form of gestation rarely seen in the animal kingdom, particularly among males. This commitment showcases a remarkable evolutionary pathway where the paternal investment is total, a profound dedication to the survival of his offspring. When the time for birth arrives, the male seahorse undergoes a series of muscular contractions, much like a mammalian mother in labor. With visible effort, he rhythmically flexes his body, gradually expelling tiny, perfectly formed miniature seahorses from his pouch into the surrounding water. This birthing process can last for several hours, as he releases his young in batches, sometimes hundreds at a time. These independent newborns drift away, ready to face the ocean's challenges, their first moments of life witnessed by their devoted father, the one who carried and nurtured them into existence. This astonishing role reversal, where the male assumes the full responsibility of pregnancy and childbirth, is a captivating example of nature's incredible flexibility in solving the challenges of reproduction. While the female seahorse conserves her energy, perhaps to produce another clutch of eggs sooner, the male dedicates himself entirely to the gestation and birth of their young. It is a profound testament to the diverse strategies life employs to ensure its continuation. A beautiful and gentle subversion of expectations, highlighting the seahorse father as a truly remarkable and devoted parent in the vast tapestry of the marine world. Here, in the sun-dappled waters of the coral reef, lies a world of intricate partnerships and astonishing transformations. Within the waving tentacles of a sea anemone, a sanctuary toxic to most, the vibrant clownfish finds its home. This is a relationship forged over millennia, a delicate dance of mutual benefit where the clownfish, immune to the anemone's sting, gains protection from predators, and in return may help keep its host clean and aerated. It is a microcosm of life, a vibrant splash of orange and white against the anemone's living tapestry, a testament to the interconnectedness of all creatures in this bustling underwater metropolis. This haven is not just a shelter, but the stage for a remarkable life story. Within this protective embrace, a strict social hierarchy often prevails. At its apex, a large dominant female, the matriarch of this small domain. She is typically the largest and most assertive individual, her preeminence unquestioned. Paired with her is a smaller male, her dedicated consort, who plays a crucial role in tending to their precious eggs and defending their shared territory. Other non-breeding, smaller clownfish may also inhabit the same anemone, patiently awaiting their turn in the complex succession that governs these communities. Their lives are interwoven, each individual's role clearly defined within the confines of their stinging sanctuary, a delicate balance maintained by ritual and instinct. The concept of individuals changing sex is not unheard of in the vast theater of the natural world. It is a strategy known as hermaphroditism. Some creatures are born with the capacity to be both male and female simultaneously, while others, like our clownfish, undergo a sequential transformation, starting life as one sex and later transitioning to another. This remarkable biological plasticity allows populations to adapt to changing circumstances, ensuring that reproductive opportunities are maximized. For the clownfish, this ability is specifically protandrous, meaning they begin their mature lives as males, with the potential for a profound change later in their existence, a change dictated by the dynamics of their unique social structure. This established pairing, the dominant female and her loyal male, often endures for the entirety of their reproductive lives, a bond of remarkable fidelity in the ever-shifting currents of the ocean. This stability is paramount, ensuring a consistent defense of their precious anemone home and a reliable partnership for the crucial task of raising the next generation. The male diligently guards the iridescent cluster of eggs, fanning them with his fins, keeping them clean and oxygenated, while the female maintains her watch over their shared domain. It is a cooperative existence, a testament to the power of partnership in the relentless struggle for survival beneath the waves. But what happens when this established order is disrupted? When the matriarch, the dominant female, is lost? In the unforgiving realm of the reef, such vacancies do not remain unfilled for long. The loss of the leading female sends subtle, yet powerful, ripples through the small community. The carefully balanced social structure is momentarily destabilized, creating an urgent need for a new leader to emerge and restore equilibrium. This is not a moment for prolonged mourning, but for swift adaptation, a critical juncture where the future of this small lineage hangs in the balance, awaiting nature's ingenious solution to ensure its continuation. In a truly extraordinary display of nature's resourcefulness, the largest remaining male, typically the deceased female's former partner, begins a remarkable transformation. Hormonal shifts course through his body, initiating a profound change. He will begin to grow larger, his behavior altering to assume the assertive demeanor of the dominant female role. This is not merely a change in status, but a complete physiological metamorphosis, a biological imperative that ensures the breeding unit remains intact. His very being reshapes itself to fill the void, a testament to the incredible adaptability hardwired into his genetic code, a process vital for the group's survival. This incredible ability to change sex from male to female is a brilliant biological strategy. It ensures that a breeding pair can be re-established with remarkable speed, minimizing the time that the anemone and its precious resources might be left without a functioning reproductive unit. There's no need for a lengthy search for a new female, no risky quest into unfamiliar waters. The solution lies within the group itself, a rapid and efficient mechanism for maintaining the continuity of life. This ensures that the vital task of producing offspring can resume promptly, safeguarding the clownfish's lineage and their specific niche within the bustling reef ecosystem. Thus, the cycle continues. The former male, now a fully functional female, will often take one of the smaller, non-breeding males as her new mate, and the life of the clownfish community proceeds. This is more than just a fascinating quirk of biology. It is a profound example of nature's pragmatism, a system honed by evolution to maximize resilience and ensure the persistence of the species. In the world of the clownfish, leadership is not simply inherited. It can be fundamentally transformed, a dazzling illustration of life's capacity to adapt and thrive in the face of change, ensuring their vibrant presence continues to grace the coral gardens. In the frigid, ice-strewn waters of the Arctic, a realm of stark beauty and unforgiving challenges, lives a true titan of the polar seas, the walrus. These immense pinnipeds, weighing well over a ton, are perfectly adapted to their harsh environment, their thick blubber providing insulation against the biting cold, their sensitive whiskers, or vibrissae, helping them locate shellfish on the dark seabed. Their lives are a constant negotiation with the ice, hauling their massive bodies onto floes to rest, socialize, and, crucially, to breed. This is a landscape where only the toughest can endure, a stage for dramas of immense power and primal urgency. The male walrus, or bull, is a particularly imposing figure, distinguished by his sheer bulk, and most notably, his magnificent tusks. These elongated canine teeth, which can grow to a meter in length, are far more than mere ornamentation. They are vital tools, used for hauling out onto ice, for foraging by stirring up sediment, and, critically, as formidable weapons in the intense rivalries that define the breeding season. The size and condition of a bull's tusks are often an indicator of his age, status, and fighting prowess, symbols of power in a society governed by strength and endurance. Silent declarations of his standing in the walrus hierarchy. As the brief Arctic summer approaches, bringing with it the imperative to reproduce. Play. Male walruses gather in traditional areas, known as haulouts. Here, the air becomes thick with tension, the guttural bellows and resonant whistles of the bulls echoing across the icy expanse. It is a time of heightened aggression, as males jostle for prime positions, each acutely aware of the presence of potential rivals. The stakes are incredibly high, the opportunity to mate and pass on their genes to the next generation. This congregation is not a peaceful assembly. It is the prelude to fierce competition, a gathering storm of testosterone and ambition. The fundamental drive that fuels these colossal creatures is the ancient imperative of reproduction, an instinct so powerful it compels them to engage in perilous contests of strength. For the male walrus, success in these encounters is the ultimate measure of his fitness. It is not simply about individual survival, but about securing a genetic legacy, ensuring that his robust traits are carried forward, the energy expended, the risks taken. All are part of a grand evolutionary gamble, where the rewards for the victorious are substantial, and the cost of failure is genetic oblivion in this challenging polar theater. Before physical combat ensues, there is often a period of intense posturing and vocal display. Bulls will rear up, showcasing their impressive bulk and formidable tusks, emitting a complex repertoire of sounds, from clicks and whistles to bell-like tones, all designed to intimidate rivals and attract the attention of nearby females. They may engage in aquatic displays, swimming powerfully, their heads held high, a demonstration of their vigor and dominance. This ritualized aggression serves to assess opponents, sometimes allowing disputes to be settled without resorting to potentially injurious physical conflict, a sizing up of an adversary's resolve. However, when posturing fails to deter a determined challenger, the confrontation escalates into raw physical battle. With surprising agility for their size, the bulls lunge at each other, their massive heads colliding, the sharp points of their ivory tusks seeking purchase. These are not mere scuffles. They are brutal engagements where deep puncture wounds can be inflicted, scars borne as testament to past encounters. The sheer force involved is immense, the icy stage stained by the efforts of these tusk titans, each blow carrying the weight of their evolutionary imperative, a primal dance of dominance and desire. The ultimate prize for the victor, the bull who demonstrates superior strength and tenacity, is access to a group of females, forming what is often referred to as a harem. He will aggressively defend his exclusive mating rights with these females throughout the breeding season, tirelessly patrolling his domain and warding off any subordinate males who might dare to approach. This hard-won privilege allows him to sire multiple offspring, ensuring his genetic contribution to the walrus population is significant. For the defeated, the outcome is stark. Exclusion from breeding opportunities, at least for this season, and the need to recover and perhaps try again in the future. This system of intense male competition, though seemingly brutal, serves a vital evolutionary purpose. It ensures that only the strongest, healthiest, and most dominant males are likely to reproduce. These are the individuals who have demonstrated their ability to thrive in the harsh Arctic environment, to acquire resources, and to prevail in physical contests. By restricting mating opportunities to these elite bulls, the walrus population maintains its vigor and resilience, a stark but effective mechanism of natural selection, sculpting the species generation by generation, amidst the ice and cold, a true survival of the fittest. Beneath the shimmering surface of tropical seas, amidst the vibrant coral labyrinths, dwells one of the ocean's most extraordinary and formidable predators, the mantis shrimp. Though often diminutive in size, These crustaceans possess a suite of adaptations that make them pound for pound some of the most powerful animals on Earth. Their eyesight is unparalleled, with trinocular vision in each eye, and the ability to perceive a vast spectrum of colors, including polarized light, far beyond human capability. They are masters of their domain, often solitary hunters, their lairs fiercely defended. Their presence a warning to smaller inhabitants of the reef. The mantis shrimp's most renowned feature, however, is its paraspecialized raptorial appendages, which it can deploy with astonishing speed and force. There are two main types, the smashers, equipped with club-like limbs, and the spearers, armed with barbed spear-like appendages. The smashers, in particular, unleash blows so rapid, accelerating faster than a .22 caliber bullet, that they create cavitation bubbles in the water. The collapse of these bubbles produces a secondary shockwave, meaning their prey is hit twice, once by the physical strike, and again by the imploding bubble, a truly devastating 1-2 punch. This incredible weaponry is primarily employed for hunting. Smashers can obliterate the hard shells of crabs, snails, and mollusks with a single, well-aimed blow, accessing the soft flesh within. Spearers, on the other hand, impale softer-bodied prey, like fish and shrimp, with lightning-fast precision. Their strikes are so powerful, they have been known to crack aquarium glass, a testament to the sheer biomechanical efficiency packed into their relatively small frames. They are efficient and ruthless predators, their hunting prowess honed over millions of years of evolution, making them a significant force within their reef ecosystems. Yet, such a potent biological tool, capable of inflicting such devastating damage, is not solely reserved for the grim business of predation. In the intricate dance of life and reproduction, even the most fearsome weapons can be repurposed. The mantis shrimp's powerful strike, a symbol of its predatory dominance, also plays a fascinating and crucial role in the complex rituals of courtship, demonstrating that power and persuasion can, in nature's grand theater, be two sides of the same remarkable coin, a display of might transformed into a signal of desirability. When the time comes for mantis shrimp to reproduce, the male faces the challenge of approaching and impressing a potentially aggressive and equally well-armed female. It is a delicate negotiation, where a wrong move could result in injury or even death. Thus, courtship rituals have evolved that allow males to signal their intentions and, crucially, their quality as a mate, without necessarily engaging in full-blown combat. The male must demonstrate his fitness, his genetic superiority, in a way that captivates, rather than alienates, his prospective partner. A high-stakes performance on the ocean floor. One of the most spectacular aspects of this courtship involves the male showcasing his striking prowess. He may perform elaborate displays, brandishing his raptorial appendages, and sometimes delivering controlled strikes, not against the female, but into the water or against a nearby surface. These are not acts of aggression towards her, but rather demonstrations of his speed, strength, and coordination. The shock waves generated by these punches, the sonic booms on a miniature scale, serve as an undeniable testament to his power, a vibrant advertisement of his genetic credentials, echoing through their watery world. This punching display is more than just a show of brute force, it is a complex form of communication. The intensity, frequency, and perhaps even the sound of the strikes may convey subtle information to the female about the male's size, health, and overall vigor. She is, in essence, assessing his capabilities, judging whether he is a worthy father for her offspring. It is a language of power, where percussive force translates into persuasive argument, a dialogue conducted through might and spectacle, resonating with the deep rhythms of mate selection. In this dramatic courtship, the mantis shrimp transforms its deadly weapon into an instrument of allure. The same appendages that can shatter a crab's shell or impale a fish become tools for wooing a mate, a remarkable example of evolutionary adaptation. The female, having witnessed this compelling display of power and vitality, may then acquiesce, allowing the male to approach and mate. It is a testament to the multifaceted nature of animal behavior, where aggression and courtship can be intricately linked. ensuring that the strongest and most capable individuals pass on their remarkable genes to the next generation of these pugilistic wonders. Here, in the vast, seemingly empty expanse of the open ocean, life unfolds in myriad, often astonishing ways. For the jellyfish, ethereal drifters of the marine world, the quest to reproduce takes on a form as insubstantial, yet as pervasive as their very being. Unlike creatures that engage in elaborate courtships or direct confrontations for a mate, many jellyfish rely on a method that is altogether more diffuse, a gamble played out on the grandest of scales. Finding a partner in this three-dimensional wilderness presents a unique challenge, one that these ancient organisms have met with a strategy of prolific, almost casual elegance, a silent testament to life's enduring imperative. The male jellyfish, often an unassuming bell of translucent tissue, trailing delicate tentacles, plays his part with a quiet yet profound generosity. When the time is right, dictated by ancient rhythms of season and sea, he releases not a single targeted offering, but great clouds of sperm directly into the water column. These milky, billowing plumes drift away from him, a ghostly armada of genetic potential, dispersing into the surrounding currents. There is no specific female in his awareness, no intricate dance of persuasion, merely an act of faith, a release of countless millions of microscopic emissaries into the vast, uncaring ocean. This method is, by its very nature, profoundly impersonal. The male jellyfish makes no selection, invests no further energy beyond this initial, momentous release. His contribution to the next generation is entrusted entirely to the whims of the water, to the complex interplay of tides, currents, and serendipity. It is a strategy born of an environment where individual encounters can be rare, where the sheer scale of the habitat makes direct courtship an inefficient, perhaps impossible, endeavor. The ocean itself becomes the intermediary, the vast unknowable medium through which life seeks life, in a silent, slow-motion ballet of chance. Imagine, if you will, this spectacle multiplied across a congregation of male jellyfish, each contributing to an underwater blizzard of potential. The water becomes thick with these clouds of life, a testament to a strategy of overwhelming odds, rather than precise targeting. This is not the intimate exchange of terrestrial creatures, but a widespread inundation, a saturation of the environment with the very essence of future generations. It is a scene of quiet, almost abstract grandeur, a biological event on a scale that mirrors the immensity of their oceanic home, a silent, shimmering hope cast upon the waters. Once released, the sperm begins a perilous and uncertain journey. Each microscopic swimmer, a tiny vessel of genetic code, is now at the mercy of the ocean's unpredictable nature. They are carried by currents, sometimes swift, sometimes slow, through a world teeming with potential hazards. Dilution is an ever-present threat, scattering them across vast distances, diminishing their concentration. Predation by filter feeders, or simply the passage of time, will claim countless numbers. Their voyage is a testament to the sheer tenacity of life, a microscopic odyssey against formidable odds, driven by the fundamental urge to connect. The female jellyfish, meanwhile, drifts through her watery realm. Her role in this initial stage, one, of patient, passive anticipation. She may be entirely unaware of the microscopic suitors carried towards her on unseen oceanic pathways. Her eggs, held within her delicate tissues, await the fortuitous arrival of a compatible gamete, a chance encounter that will spark the beginning of new life. There is no searching on her part, no signal sent out into the vastness, merely a readiness, an openness to the possibility that the currents will deliver what is needed for the continuation of her kind. The success of this extraordinary reproductive strategy hinges almost entirely on what can only be described as the luck of the currents. It is a numbers game played out on an epic scale. The sheer volume of sperm released by the males is a biological necessity, a compensation for the incredibly low probability that any single spermatozoon will successfully navigate the immense journey and find a receptive egg. For every successful fertilization, unimaginable trillions will perish, their potential unfulfilled, absorbed back into the great cycle of the ocean, a silent sacrifice to the continuation of the species. Yet, despite its seemingly chaotic and impersonal nature, this method has served the jellyfish remarkably well for hundreds of millions of years. Their ancient lineage persists, a testament to the efficacy of this grand oceanic lottery. Their sheer abundance, coupled with the vastness of their aquatic habitat and this strategy of mass indiscriminate dispersal, ensures that enough connections are made, enough new lives sparked to perpetuate their kind. It is a powerful reminder that in nature, success can be achieved not only through precision and targeting, but also through proliferation and the embrace of chance. In the frigid, ice-strewn waters of the high Arctic lives a creature of myth and legend, the narwhal. Often dubbed the unicorn of the sea, its most striking feature is, undoubtedly, its extraordinary spiraled tusk, which can extend up to 3 meters in length. This is no horn, but an elongated canine tooth, possessed primarily by the males. In this harsh, unforgiving environment, where survival itself is a daily challenge, the narwhal engages in complex social behaviors, and this magnificent appendage appears to play a crucial, if still somewhat mysterious, role in the drama of courtship and procreation. Among the scattered pods navigating these icy realms, males have been observed engaging in what can only be described as tusk twirling. With surprising grace for such large animals, they may gently rub their tusks together, or perhaps display them in slow, deliberate movements towards a potential mate. What precise messages are being conveyed through these subtle, almost ritualistic interactions remains a subject of ongoing scientific inquiry. Could it be a delicate assessment of fitness, a gentle probing of intent, or a display of refined motor control, signaling a sophisticated and healthy individual to a discerning female? Imagine the scene. Beneath the ethereal glow of the aurora borealis, or in the muted light filtering through cracks in the sea ice, these tusked giants perform their understated ballet. The tusks, gleaming ivory against the dark Arctic waters, become instruments in a silent symphony of attraction. This is not the boisterous display of some species, but something altogether more nuanced, perhaps reflecting the quiet, enigmatic nature of these remarkable marine mammals. The subtle clinking of ivory, the slow, deliberate intertwining, speaks of a communication system we are only just beginning to appreciate it, a language of touch and posture in a world of cold and silence. The full meaning behind these tusk-centric displays continues to elude definitive human understanding. While observations strongly suggest a significant role in courtship rituals, the precise grammar of these interactions is still being deciphered. Is the length, the girth, or perhaps even the spiraling pattern of the tusk a key factor in female choice? Or is it the dexterity with which it is wielded, a testament to the male's strength and coordination? The narwhal's tusk, it seems, holds secrets that extend far beyond its physical form, hinting at a complex social life hidden beneath the Arctic ice. Beyond the gentle art of display, the narwhal's formidable tusk also serves a more assertive purpose. When rival males encounter one another, particularly during the breeding season, these magnificent appendages can become weapons in contests of strength and dominance. The tension in the water is palpable as these titans of the north size each other up, their intentions shifting from peaceful coexistence to potential confrontation. This is a serious business, for the stakes are high. The opportunity to mate and pass on their genes to the next generation of these extraordinary creatures. These tusk-to-tusk combats, sometimes referred to as tusking, can be dramatic affairs. Males may cross tusks, pushing and jostling for position, the sound of clashing ivory echoing faintly through the water. While these encounters can appear fierce, they are rarely intended to be lethal. Instead, they serve as a ritualized means of establishing a hierarchy, a way for males to test each other's mettle and assert their status within the group. The sheer power required to wield such an immense tooth in combat is a clear demonstration of a male's physical prowess. The outcome of these confrontations has direct implications for impressing potential mates. A victorious male not only gains preferential access to receptive females, but also provides a compelling demonstration of his superior qualities. His strength, his stamina, his ability to dominate rivals. These are all attributes that would be highly desirable in a partner, signaling robust genes and the capacity to thrive in their challenging Arctic habitat. The fight, therefore, is not just for personal gain, but a public advertisement of his fitness, watched closely by the very individuals he seeks to attract. The exact overarching purpose of the narwhal's tusk remains one of the Arctic's great enigmas. Is it primarily a tool for navigating icy waters, a sophisticated sensory organ packed with nerve endings, a weapon for fending off predators, or an elaborate sexual selection trait designed to woo females and intimidate rivals? The truth likely encompasses elements of all these functions. What is undeniably clear, however, is that this remarkable structure plays a pivotal role in the narwhal's life, particularly in the complex and crucial rituals of securing a mate in the vast frozen seas they call home. Here, in the kaleidoscopic realms of the coral reef, or the shadowed quiet of the deeper abyss, dwells a creature of remarkable intelligence and bewildering grace, the octopus. With its 8 prehensile arms, each capable of independent thought and action, it navigates its complex world with an almost alien ingenuity. Yet, when the ancient call to reproduce echoes through its being, this master of disguise and problem-solving embarks upon a journey that, for many, marks the poignant culmination of their solitary existence. It is a process steeped in a profound, almost melancholic dedication, a final act in the grand theater of life beneath the waves, where survival of the lineage demands the ultimate personal cost from these sentient beings. The male octopus, often smaller and more vulnerable than his prospective mate, approaches this critical encounter with a mixture of purpose and inherent caution. He possesses a specialized instrument for this vital task, one of his 8 arms known as the hectocotylus. This is no ordinary limb. It is often subtly or dramatically modified at its tip, uniquely adapted to delicately transfer his genetic legacy. He may extend it with extraordinary care, a tentative offering, bridging the distance to the female, a gesture that belies the immense biological imperative driving this fleeting yet profoundly significant interaction. The very air, or rather water, around them seems to hum with the gravity of this impending exchange. The transfer itself is a marvel of biological engineering. The male carefully guides the hectocotylus, laden with spermatophores, intricate packets of sperm, towards the female's mantle cavity, a protected chamber where fertilization will occur. This is a moment of intense vulnerability for him. His focus absolute, his defenses potentially lowered. For some species, this is a brief and almost perfunctory affair, while for others, it can be a more prolonged and seemingly tender interaction, a silent, 8-armed ballet, played out in the dim light of their aquatic world. The success of this transfer is paramount, for it represents his entire contribution to the future of his kind, a singular, focused investment of his life's energy. And then, for many male octopuses, a swift decline begins. Having fulfilled his biological destiny, his purpose served, his life force begins to wane, with an almost programmed certainty. The vibrant chromatophores that once allowed him to paint his skin with the colors of his surroundings may dull. His movements become less vigorous. He has poured all his energy, all his being, into this one chance at posterity. It is a stark reminder that in nature's grand design, the individual often serves as a mere vessel for the continuation of life itself. His story, though ending, paves the way for countless others to begin their own intricate dance of survival and procreation. For the female octopus, the act of mating marks not an end, but the beginning of an arduous and equally selfless commitment. She now carries within her the precious cargo of the next generation, a responsibility she will guard with her very life. Finding a secluded den, a crevice in the rock, or perhaps an empty shell, she will meticulously lay her eggs, sometimes in long, festoon-like strings, resembling translucent grapes. These she will tend with unwavering devotion, a solitary sentinel guarding the future. This maternal instinct, so deeply ingrained, overrides all other concerns, including her own sustenance and well-being, a testament to the power of life's drive to perpetuate. Her vigil is all-consuming, day and night. She gently aerates the eggs with jets of water from her siphon, ensuring a constant supply of oxygen crucial for the developing embryos. She meticulously cleans them, removing any algae or potential parasites that might threaten their delicate existence. Throughout this long and taxing period, which can last for weeks, even months, depending on the species and water temperature, she will not leave her precious clutch. She forgoes hunting, her own body slowly weakening, her reserves dwindling, as she pours every last ounce of her energy into the survival of her offspring. It is a monumental feat of endurance, driven by an unseen, ancient imperative. This profound parental sacrifice often culminates in the female's own demise, shortly after her young have hatched. Having expended all her resources, her body frail and exhausted, she too succumbs, her life's mission accomplished. It is a tragic, yet strangely beautiful symmetry. The male perishing after mating, the female after ensuring her eggs have the best possible start in life. This cycle of life and death, so starkly illustrated by the octopus, underscores the relentless, unyielding power of evolution, where individual lives are but fleeting moments in the enduring saga of a species. The ocean floor becomes both a nursery and a tomb. The tiny, perfectly formed octopuses, emerging from their eggs, drift away on the currents, miniature versions of their remarkable parents, whom they will never know. They carry within them the genetic inheritance, the intelligence, and the adaptability that allowed their forebears to thrive. They are the beneficiaries of an ultimate sacrifice, a poignant legacy of parental devotion that ensures the continuation of these enigmatic creatures in the vast, mysterious ocean. Their journey is just beginning, a new chapter in the ceaseless narrative of survival, each one a tiny beacon of hope, a testament to the profound and often fatal rituals of the deep. In the sun-dappled surface waters of the tropical oceans glides the largest fish in the sea, the whale shark. A colossal creature adorned with a unique tapestry of spots and stripes, it moves with a serene and gentle grace that belies its immense proportions. Despite its size, often exceeding 40 feet in length, this placid giant feeds on the tiniest of prey, plankton and small fish, filtered from the water with remarkable efficiency. Yet, for all our encounters with these magnificent animals, for all our admiration of their peaceful passage through the seas, the intimate details of their lives, particularly their mating rituals, remain largely shrouded in an almost impenetrable veil of oceanic mystery. The challenge of observing such behaviors in creatures of this scale, whose territories span vast tracts of open ocean, is immense. Whale sharks are not tethered to coastal reefs or shallow breeding grounds in the same way as many smaller marine species. They are wanderers, nomads of the blue, their movements dictated by the seasonal blooms of plankton and the subtle cues of ocean currents. To witness a courtship, a mating in the deep, open expanse, where they likely conduct such private affairs, would require an extraordinary confluence of serendipity and sophisticated tracking technology, a rare glimpse into a world that seldom reveals its most profound secrets to human eyes. What little we can infer often comes from indirect evidence. Occasionally, mature female whale sharks are observed bearing what appear to be bite marks or abrasions around their pectoral fins, potential telltales of a robust courtship, where a male might grasp the female to maintain purchase during the act of copulation. There are also rare fleeting accounts from divers or fishermen who have stumbled upon congregations of these giants, suggesting that perhaps, at certain times and in certain remote locations, These solitary behemoths do come together for the crucial purpose of procreation. But these are mere fragments, tantalizing hints of a much grander, largely unseen spectacle. It is widely believed that whale sharks, like many other shark species, may engage with multiple partners during their breeding seasons, a strategy that can enhance genetic diversity within their widespread populations. For a species that is slow to mature and produces relatively few offspring over a long lifespan, ensuring a robust and varied gene pool is critical for long-term resilience. This polygamous approach, though unconfirmed through direct repeated observation, aligns with our understanding of how large migratory species maintain their evolutionary fitness across the vastness of the global ocean, ensuring the continuation of their ancient lineage. The deep ocean, that immense three-dimensional realm that covers most of our planet, serves as the ultimate sanctuary for such clandestine encounters. Down in those silent blue-tinted corridors, far from the prying eyes of terrestrial observers, ancient rituals of life and reproduction unfold, governed by rhythms and cues we are only just beginning to comprehend. It is in these remote arenas that the whale shark likely performs its most intimate and vital actions, contributing to the perpetuation of its kind. A silent ballet of giants played out on a scale that is difficult for us to truly imagine. A hidden world of oceanic romance. Imagine, if you will, a gathering of these gentle leviathans, drawn together by instincts honed over millennia. The sheer spectacle of such an event, were we ever to witness it in its entirety, would be breathtaking. Dozens, perhaps even hundreds, of these colossal fish congregating in a remote oceanic cape. The subtle communications, the underwater choreography, the sheer energy involved in the courtship and mating of animals of this magnitude would represent one of the planet's most magnificent and currently most elusive. It is a scene that exists primarily in the realm of scientific hypothesis and hopeful imagination. Understanding the reproductive biology of the whale shark is not merely an academic pursuit. It holds profound implications for their conservation. Classified as endangered, these magnificent creatures face numerous threats, from accidental capture in fishing gear to habitat degradation. Without a clearer picture of where and when they breed, and the conditions necessary for successful reproduction, our efforts to protect them and ensure their recovery remain significantly hampered. Each piece of information, however small, contributes to a larger puzzle, the solution to which is vital for their survival in an increasingly pressured marine environment. And so, the whale shark continues to guard its secrets, a gentle giant moving through the ocean's expanse, a living testament to the mysteries that still lie hidden beneath the waves. Perhaps, with advancements in satellite tagging, underwater drone technology, and genetic analysis, we will gradually begin to peel back the layers of this enigma. The story of their mating rituals is a chapter yet to be fully written, a tantalizing promise of discovery that beckons us to look deeper, to listen more closely to the whispers from the abyss, and to marvel at the enduring wonders of the natural world. From the profound, self-sacrificing embrace of the octopus, a creature whose final act is one of ultimate devotion to its lineage, to the enigmatic, fleeting encounters of the colossal whale shark, whose private life remains one of the ocean's most captivating secrets, we have journeyed through a breathtaking panorama of marine mating rituals. The sheer diversity of strategies employed in the deep is a testament to the relentless inventive power of evolution, shaping life in ways that continue to astonish and inspire awe. Each creature, perfectly adapted to its unique niche, plays its part in this grand aquatic theater of procreation. We have seen the male anglerfish, in an act of extreme biological commitment, fuse his very being to his mate, becoming a permanent living repository of sperm in the dark, food-scarce depths. We have marveled at the narwhal, the unicorn of the sea, whose magnificent tusk may well play a crucial role in elaborate displays of dominance and courtship in the frigid Arctic waters. And who could forget the cunning cuttlefish, a master of disguise employing its extraordinary camouflage not just for survival, but to outwit rivals in the complex game of love and genetic inheritance, a dazzling display of underwater intellect and deception. The ocean, in its vastness, cradles an almost infinite array of such behaviors, each more bizarre, more wonderful, more intricately designed than the last. These are not mere curiosities. They are vital mechanisms that ensure the continuation of myriad species, maintaining the delicate balance of marine ecosystems across the globe. The drive to reproduce is perhaps the most powerful force in nature, and in the ocean's depths, it has given rise to some of the most extraordinary spectacles life has to offer. Which of these remarkable sagas of courtship and creation did you find the most intriguing, the most utterly bizarre? We invite you to share your thoughts and marvels in the comments below. Your insights enrich our collective journey of discovery. And if you wish to continue plumbing the depths of our planet's incredible biodiversity, be sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the fascinating lives of the creatures that inhabit our seas. This is The Curious Current, where the wonders of the ocean are always unfolding. Stay curious and, indeed, stay current with the ever-flowing stream of knowledge from the blue heart of our world.